In this video, I will help you become more productive as a video editor. I've been editing videos since 2018, and over these last 8 years that I have been editing videos, there is only 5 tricks that will actually help you be quicker at editing it and also more productive. And before we begin, this is an educational video, so if you want to learn more and also if you want more of these kinds of videos to pop up on your feed, make sure to subscribe, like the video, and let's begin. The first trick is gonna be your diet. People don't understand how much your diet plays into your overall productivity and also your overall brain power. And no one can disagree that if you had more mental clarity and more energy, you would be able to edit more. So I'll go quickly over what is the keto diet. Keto diet is the diet where we eat almost zero or zero carbs. What are carbs? They are carbohydrates, which are found in pasta, in bread, in pizza. Everything dough, everything with flour has carbs. And why do carbs actually affect our brain so much is because they need a lot of energy to actually digest. So what happens, I'll explain it quickly. The blood from our brain goes to our stomach to power the digesting process, and because it uses so much energy, we start feeling sleepy, we start feeling lethargic. Also, this is related to having a stable blood sugar. People who are on keto don't experience the spikes in blood sugar, so that will also decrease the mood spikes and increase the amount of hours you can work, and also how you feel while doing the work. The second trick will be keyboard shortcuts. I think if you really want to go to that next level of video editing, you really need to have keyboard shortcuts. Now, you don't need really to have like a shortcut for entering a software, opening a new project, but some essential keyboard shortcuts that you need to have are cut, copy, paste, ripple, delete, and most importantly, split. Every single software has the ability to go into keybinds or go into shortcuts and configure them how you like to. And please do not skip this trick, because let me actually explain to you how you will save time. So usually in my videos, I have around 200 cuts on 10 minutes. So if it takes around 5 seconds to cut the video in 2 places and then delete it, if you can reduce that time to 1 second, you're basically saving yourself 4 seconds, which is quite a lot. 4x 200, that's 800 seconds. And usually it's even more cuts. Usually what you can do is make sure that you got everything on the left side of the keyboard. So for an example, I got my split on T, I got my ripple delete on Q, you can play something on W, something on E. So you're able to reach it without having to use another hand. So for an example, not to cross your hand like this. Now the third technique that will improve your overall productivity is Pomodoro. Pomodoro is basically sprints of productivity. That means you will be working for a certain amount of time and then you will take a certain amount of break. I like doing 60-10, so 60 minutes of work, then 10 minutes to do whatever you want. Usually in that 10 minutes, I stretch, I grab a snack, I take a little break, and it basically refreshes me to begin the next hour of work. There is apps like Flow, they work really well, but I recommend you going on YouTube and searching for Study With Me YouTubers. They basically do these Pomodoro sessions, and it's much more interesting to go and do this alongside with them. Also, another tip to actually maximize your breaks, to use them as best as you can. I usually just like brewing a coffee, and while brewing the coffee, I drink a lot of water and I stretch. It takes around 5-6 minutes to cook one Turkish coffee, and for the rest of the 4 minutes, I usually grab a snack, some keto snack. My favorite one is Greek yogurt or like some meat. The fourth trick is actually scheduling your work a day ahead. So every night before you're going to bed, what you want to do is schedule when will you start working and when you will end working. You can basically schedule these Pomodoro sessions. So you can say, I'm gonna work for 7 hours and I'm gonna have 70 minutes of breaks during that time, or actually 60 minutes of break. Another productivity hack that I don't see people talking about enough is rating each session. So let's say you went ahead and did 3 sessions. You usually don't have a goal. You just worked for 3 hours, you did that amount of work. But what I do is on daily basis, I try to get to 50 points. And that's the minimum. What is 50 points? Well, after each hour of work, I rate my session honestly from 1 through 10. I'm rating how productive I was and how much work I finished. Usually, if in a day I go less than 50, it was actually a really bad day. Because usually my sessions are 7s and 8s, so they are good, but it still takes me around 6-7 hours to get to the 50 points. Also, if you're someone who is not used to editing for a long period of time, you can start off with a smaller point goal and then basically increase it the same way you increase the weights on the exercises in the gym. So how do you actually schedule your working sessions in Google Calendar or Notion? It's pretty simple. Start by downloading the app and it will take you through a little tutorial. Basically, you have a little plus on both of these apps. You can select the starting time and the ending time. The last trick in this video, which is also extremely helpful, is to stop rewatching the video over and over. So a lot of editors get in this habit where they're not confident about the work they did or about the animation they did. So they rewatch it 10-20 times. They edit, for an example, 30 seconds of the video, then they go ahead and watch it, then they edit 2 minutes, and then they watch it again, and then they edit 5, and so on and so on. Imagine doing that for a 1-hour video. You would say, well, I wouldn't do it for a 1-hour video, but guess what? You are editing for the same amount of time every day. And so anyway, you are actually wasting a lot of time that you could actually use for editing. Now, this is kind of hard to quit doing, but I think with enough practice and with enough presence in your brain, basically knowing what you're actually doing and being conscious about it, you can actually stop this habit, which is basically just wasting you time. You can rewatch the video at the end. You don't have to rewatch it on every finished 30 seconds. So those were the 5 tricks. The last trick in this video will be to genuinely start doing what I said in this video right now. After you click off this video, don't be the guy that will just forget about it. Go ahead and take action, rewatch it if you need to, because this is an actual educational video that will actually help you out. Like, you need to be watching more of these kinds of videos. So if you want more of these kinds of videos to pop up on your homepage, make sure to subscribe, like and comment, and that's pretty much it, and I'll see you in the next one.